Hello everybody, this is Mr. Cloud, and this is the audio lesson recap for lesson 5A. And as a result of this lesson, you should be able to identify the four functions of political parties. First of all, you've probably heard of political parties. You know about the Democrats, the Republicans. You might not know the difference. That's okay. We're going to get there. First of all, we need to find out what political parties do. They as well have identified four things they do. The first one is they attempt to recruit and nominate candidates for political office. So the first thing a political party wants to do is get more members of that political party, right? Because the more folks they have, the more people they can get elected, and the more powerful that party's going to be. So they're going to go out and try to recruit people to join the party, and then after that, they're going to go around and recruit members of that party to potentially run for office. Because the more people you can get to be elected to office, the more you can change the laws to meet your vision as a party. So what they might do is come to you if you're a volunteer, if you've been working with the party, and say, hey, well, listen, we like you. We think you're sharp. You know what you're talking about. We want you to run for an office. Would you be willing to do that? We can help you out. We can give you some training. We can give you a mentor to work with, and then you can choose to do that or not. It really doesn't matter. So they recruit nominees, but they also need to nominate nominees to run for political office, candidates. And let's talk about how you nominate someone. Let's say in Haymarket, there's a mayor, and there is a mayor of Haymarket, and there might be 5 Republicans who want to run for mayor, and there might be 5 Democrats. But you can't have all 10 people run for mayor. That would be too chaotic. So what happens is the political parties get together and they nominate one person to run for that office. So the 5 Republicans might get together, and then the Republican Party actually chooses one Republican to nominate for that office. The Democratic Party does the same thing. They select one nominee to nominate for that office, and then during the election, you just vote for one of those 2 people. Maybe there might be a third party involved. And that's the way elections work across the American system. That's the way we elect a president, and we elect governors, and boards of supervisors, and sheriffs, and all up and down. That's the way it works. Second thing that political parties do is they attempt to educate the electorate about campaign issues. First of all, you need to know what the word electorate is. Electorate refers to all the voters. So since I'm a voter, I am a member of the electorate. Many of you are 13 to 14 years old. You are not members of the electorate. Once you become voters, you might be a member. You will be a member of the electorate. So political parties attempt to educate the electorate about campaign issues like global warming or gun control or terrorism or things like that. And they do that through public service announcements and television ads and things in the paper and all kinds of different ways. Websites. They might have debates with the other party where they talk through the issues. But again, when they're doing this, they're not just giving you neutral information. They want you to see how they're making the best decisions. So when they're educating you about why they think they're the best. The third thing that political parties do kind of go along with that, they try to get their people elected. That's how political parties get power, is get their members in office. So they do everything they can to get their people into elected office. They do that by and large, soliciting donations. So that means asking for donations, taking those donations and spending them on political advertising and consulting and buses and websites and buttons and bumper stickers and everything you could possibly imagine that might help people get elected. There's another thing they do often, which doesn't really cost a lot of money. They might get powerful, influential, famous members of the party to come and endorse less powerful, less famous members of the party when they're running for election. So let's say I'm a local mayor and I want to I'm up in a tough race, and the president of the United States is also a member of my party. I might ask the president to come to one of my rallies and talk about what a great guy I am if the president's very popular in my community. And if that happens, a lot of people are going to come to my rally. I might get more votes that way by kind of attaching myself to a famous politician. Sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes the local politicians don't want the famous politician because he may not be popular in that particular community. That's called endorsing candidates. And that's another way the political parties help out, help their members get elected to office. And And the fourth and final way the fourth and final function of political parties is that parties act as watchdogs for the other parties. They constantly monitor the actions of the office holders of the other political party, looking for them to mess up. And when and if the other party ever messes up, then they let everybody know how they messed up again, so they're less likely to vote for the enemy and more likely to vote for themselves. Both parties do this. It's called watchdog in the SOLs, but in the real world, this is called opposition research. And this is a big thing that a lot of people do. I should also point out the media also acts as a watchdog. But when the media is doing this, they're not just trying to get one party in trouble. They're looking out for everybody who's in public office. And if anybody does something wrong, they want to point that out for the public so we can make an informed choice in terms of kicking that person out and bringing in new people who are going to make good ethical decisions. So that's the four things that political parties do. You need to be able to identify those, kind of discuss them, give examples, basically what I just did as well. All right. Thank you for listening.